everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Let's Play Destiny. I am the French Viking. In the last episode, we went over to one of the missions right over here in the moon. I believe it was this one right here. I believe it was one of those. Which one do we need to go to now? Alright, this one's level 8. This one's level 8. You know what? Let's just go to this one right here. And we'll launch right into the mission. So, it's been a while since I've actually recorded Destiny recently. The last episode that you guys saw go up was actually pre-recorded from almost a month ago now. I had a bunch of Destiny videos pre-recorded, so I uploaded those as it kept going on, so I never really actually had to record another Destiny until now. Which, Super Mario Galaxy pretty much has been recorded and uploaded the exact same day. But this one is the first one in a long time that's actually gone up the same day that I recorded it. And because of that, I know one of my friends, Adam, he actually mentioned in the last Destiny video about the whole Red Bull thing, which I am aware of that. That is stupid. I will give you guys that. That is stupid. But some people complain about stupid things, and I've heard people saying that like the DLC came out the same day as the actual game. People say that the House of Wolves and stuff like that was out the day that the game came out, and that you were forced to pay more money right from the start to get the DLC, which is not true. I don't understand what people are saying. I don't understand why they say that, and I don't understand how stupid you have to be to actually say that, because the House of Wolves was not out until last month, or 2 months ago now. So, how do you say that they forced you to pay another $20, $25, whatever, right from the start, when the House of Wolves was not out until May? And I understand the Dark Below was out before that, but they act like all the DLC you were forced to pay for right from the beginning. I understand not all the DLC is perfect. Like, there are some stupid things with the DLC, and apparently with Taken Kings and stuff like that, not all of that is gonna be perfect and stuff. But I haven't actually checked it out, so I'm not actually completely sure. I still need to look more into it. And I will admit, I don't know every single thing. I don't know everything there is to know about games and how they work and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what it takes to make a game, but I do think that I have a pretty good idea, since I pretty much research and watch videos about games and how they work every single day. So I like to think that I have a pretty good idea of what the game developers are going through when they make this. And you got to take in consideration, this game was being made for 2 years, and after making a game for 2 years, you kind of just want to get it out into the public. And I understand 2 years, that should have that means the game should have been perfect. But there are a lot of games that no matter how much development time they get, or how much money they actually get, they don't always turn out the way that they wanted them to. And so, basically, I'm saying it's okay to voice your opinion and say what you guys say what you think about the game, but when it gets to a point where you're simply just saying it just to hate, because you just to get attention and stuff like that, because I seriously think that people are making videos on YouTube of them hating on Destiny because people will search it up, and so they can get views, and that's when it's a problem. And it just doesn't make sense, and people are being stupid when they do that. But enough talk about that. I actually want to go into a story about right now. And this story is probably going to be the longest story that I've ever told on this channel. And this story includes some stories that I've already told, because this is basically what got me into music today, and the history of basically the foundations of how I became so interested into music. So, it all started out when I was in elementary school, or maybe even before that, when I was like 4, somewhere around there, when I really liked to sing. That was something that I really liked to do, and I did it all the time, and eventually I felt like that I was actually pretty good at it, pretty decent at it. So, once I got into elementary school, I started doing chorus, and I've mentioned this before. When I was in 2nd grade, I ended up getting kicked out because of some stupid reason. Apparently I was talking too much in the class, and I ended up getting kicked out because one of my friends was talking to me, and I told him to leave me alone because I don't want to get kicked out. And because of that, I ended up getting kicked out. I continued to do chorus from 3rd grade to all the rest of elementary school. Then once I got to middle school, I pretty much lost that interest in it. And I was just like, you know what, I don't enjoy singing much anymore. And so I stopped doing that, and then I started going into instrumental music and stuff like that. So I joined orchestra when I was in 6th grade. And how they did things at the middle school I went to is that they had you go through every single elective before you actually picked, so you could get a little bit of experience and find out what each one is like. And I should probably use the sparrow right here, not crash into the wall. But so when I tried out orchestra, I thought it was really cool. I actually really liked it, and so that's what I ended up picking. And I started playing the viola in 6th grade in orchestra, and then after 6th grade, I completed orchestra, and I found out I really didn't like it that much. And so I thought maybe instrumental music really isn't for me. And after that, I just thought, hey, I'm not going to do music. I want to do art. I want to draw. That's what I want to do. And so I ended up picking an art class. And funny thing is that they ended up messing up my schedule in 7th grade, and they put me into band by mistake, which is something that I did not want. And I remember trying out band in the little thing where this was called the wheel. They made me try out all the electives. I thought it was cool, but it was definitely, I didn't think it was something that I would want to do all the time. And so I was put into band by mistake in 7th grade, and I thought, hey, while I'm here, I might as well try something. So then I ended up going and picking the alto saxophone to play, because not many people were picking it at the time, and I thought it was just an overall a cool instrument. So I picked it, and later on I found out that many other people ended up picking it as well, and we had people get into our class that played the instrument. So we ended up having like more alto saxophones than trumpets, and I'm not even kidding. We had like 7 alto saxophones, and then maybe like 2 or 3 tenor saxophones in my 7th grade band class. So that's when I started playing it, and then I realized that it was actually much better than what I thought it was going to be, and I actually started to really like it, and it had like it was much different than orchestra was, because I didn't feel that same feeling that I felt in band while I was in orchestra. So I really enjoyed it. And then so when I was given the choice to actually change my schedule, and like people said, oh, you can do schedule changes if you didn't get the classes or whatever, and I simply didn't say anything, and I stayed in band because I liked it that much, and I didn't care that they put me in the wrong class. So then we go into 8th grade, and then I was continuing with band again. For once, they actually put me in the class that I wanted. We have some ogres right here. I like to call them Shreks, because that's what Shrek is. But I ended up doing band again, and they actually, like I said, they put me in the class that I wanted to this time. And as the year went on, I felt like I wasn't enjoying it anymore. I had that same feeling that I felt when I did chorus and stuff like that. I felt like it was getting boring, and I wasn't enjoying it anymore. So I finally decided I wasn't going to do band in high school. Then I ended up moving to a whole new state, whole new school, whole new everything, whole new life. And when I got to the next high school, a lot of the electives that they gave me the choice for back when I lived in this new place that I moved to, they didn't have a whole lot of electives that were really fun anyway, at least that I wouldn't like. So I ended up choosing band again, but the only problem was that I had to get a whole new saxophone, and since I had gone a good 3 months without playing the saxophone at all, I was totally out of practice, and I could not play at all. I was terrible, and I didn't think I was enjoy it. I just kind of picked it because I didn't know what else to pick, honestly. And I ended up doing it, and as the year went on again, I sort of seemed to find that feeling that I liked it again. But I was still the worst saxophone in the entire class. We had a total of 6 alto saxophones, and we had 2 tenor saxophones. I was really the worst out of all the saxophones, except for maybe one guy, but that's not the point. I was the worst out of the altos, I can say that. And as the year went on, I started to get a little bit better, but not to where I would say I was actually a really good player. Not yet, anyway. So then my band director, he started talking to me, and he was like, Bryant, I know that you're able to produce a good sound and play well with the saxophone. I hear what you can do, but if you put more work into it, then you can become much better. And so that's exactly what I did. I actually started putting more work into it and actually stopped being lazy when it came to in class and actually paid attention, and it paid off. And then by the end of the year, I was better than probably at least 2 of the 6 saxophones. So instead of being the worst out of 6, I was probably about 4th, which was much better. And then we go into my 10th grade year, where I got upgraded into the more advanced band class, which is symphonic, and I started taking jazz. I also joined marching band for the first time. And doing those 3 types of music helped out so much with my playing ability that it was unbelievable. And simply doing that, I just got so much better, and I got more experience with different types of music as well, instead of just playing one type. And we had this other saxophone who was the first chair, and I was the second chair. We only had 3 saxophones in this class, but I was the second chair. And I feel like that when people heard me play, they would say, oh, this guy, oh, Bryant, he's pretty good. He's better than what he was in last year, his freshman year, whatever. But compared to this guy, the first chair, his name was Matt. Like, compared to Matt, he's nothing. Or, Bryant's alright, but Matt's on a whole nother level. And so other people probably weren't thinking that at all, or they could have not been thinking that. But I felt like that's what they were thinking whenever they heard him play and whenever they heard me play. So I got determined to actually become better than this one guy. So I kept playing, I kept practicing, I kept doing things. And in jazz, I kept, whenever we do improvising, which is when you play without any music or anything, I just simply just played around with certain notes and stuff like that. And I was surprised to see that actually playing around with all these different notes actually worked, and they fit in with any solos for improvising that I did. So after seeing that it all worked, I just tried it out, and not only did I impress the band director, but I impressed many other students around me, and people were like, dang, this guy Bryant, who was a mediocre player in 9th grade, is now a legit player. And I think it's safe to say that he's better than some of the people in this class now. The year kept going on, and eventually many people considered me to surpass the first chair. And even my band director said that the only reason why he was still playing first chair at the end of the year is because it was his senior year, and he didn't want to switch him from playing first chair when he had been playing first chair the entire year. So he let him play first chair the rest of the year, simply because he had been doing it for the whole year, and it really should have been me playing that. But anyway, once I got to my junior year of high school, I ended up doing marching band again, jazz again, same good old stuff, and ended up playing first chair, and I just went all out. I did everything that I could. Everything that I didn't do in 10th grade, I did in 11th grade. And I just made everything seem so, like, how should I say this? I basically made so many people enjoy my performance that every single concert I was getting compliments on. And this actually started once I was in 10th grade. I had people give me compliments. I had random people that I had no idea, parents of other students, just walk up to me and say, hey, your performance was phenomenal. I really enjoyed your performance. I enjoyed your solo out of all the other solos that we've heard today. And that meant so much for people to just, random people that I don't know, to just walk up, and I just died. random people to just walk up and just say how they feel and tell me that, oh, I really loved your performance. And that was the first time that it actually ever happened to me. Granted, it was the first time I had solos and stuff like that, but it was just so phenomenal to see people actually feel that way and tell me that. And I really enjoyed it. But we are past the 15-minute mark, and that is pretty much the entire story. Like I said, the longest story I've ever told, but I had reasons, and I really wanted to tell you guys this. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you are new here. And I have a second channel, link in the description below. You can go check that out. It's got co-op Let's Plays. And until next time, you guys, I've been the French Fry King, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.